Hi children, welcome to my class. Today's topic is Comedy of Errors, module number 2. In module number 1, we learned that two sets of identical brothers got separated after a unfortunate accident. Years later, one pair of identical brothers come to the city of another pair in order to search for their brothers. The other pair has no clue of this. In one of the incidences at this square, the the people get interchanged and therefore there happens to be a lot of comedy dialogues between the people. So today we will be doing the module number 2 when the wife of one of the brothers would enter. Antipholus of Syracuse finds his gold safe at inn. So now Antipholus of Syracuse had sent Romeo of Syracuse to keep the gold at the inn. So now because of this mistaken identity, he is thinking that Romeo has lost his gold. So he has come back to the inn in order to find out whether Romeo has kept the gold safely or not. He finds out that the gold is very much safe there. He also meets Romeo of Syracuse and scolds him for having played a strange prank on him. So now up till now he was talking to Romeo of Ephesus. But now he met Romeo of Syracuse and he again scolds him. He scolds him for playing a silly prank with him. So up till now, Romeo of Syracuse is feeling that this was a prank played by Romeo of Syracuse by him. But it was not actually a plan. It happened due to mistaken identity. Romeo is confused because he does not understand what Antipholus means. He was at the inn all along waiting for his master. Now Romeo is not able to understand that why his master is scolding him, because master had sent him to keep the gold at the inn and to keep the money at the inn, and he was there waiting for the master. But what happened was the master had met the identical twin brother of Romeo of Syracuse. That is why the entire confusion happened. In the meanwhile, Dromio of Ephesus goes back and tells Andriana. Now Dromio of Ephesus tells Andriana what had happened. Now Andriana is very upset, and along with Luciana, her sister, she goes in the search of her husband. But she runs into Antipholus of Syracuse instead. So now Andriana is the wife of Antipholus of Ephesus. Andriana is the wife of Antipholus of Ephesus, and she bumps into Antipholus of Syracuse. So now let us see what comedy happens further. Scene 2, the inn. Antipholus of Syracuse. Dromio, who are these two women waving at us? Andriana. Yes. Antipholus looked confused and frowned. I suppose I am neither Andriana nor your wife. So now she is being very sarcastic. So I am not Andriana, right? I am not your wife. You look so confused. There was a time when no words sounded sweet to your ears unless I spoke them. You liked looking at nothing unless I showed it to you. You liked touching nothing unless I had touched it. And you would eat no food unless I prepared and served it. Why have you become such a stranger? Don't tear yourself away from me. Be faithful to me and come back. Now Andriana is explaining that how her husband had loved her and now why her husband is acting so strange. Why is he acting so strange? Because she is thinking that he is Antipholus of Ephesus, but in reality he is Antipholus of Syracuse. Antipholus of Syracuse. Are you talking to me? I have been in Ephesus just since last 2 hours. Your town is so unknown to me as you are. I am trying hard, but I can't understand a word you say. So now he is saying that what all things you are saying, that I am your husband and I loved you so much and you gave me so many incidences, that I touched things which were touched by you, I ate things which were cooked by you, I saw at things unless you had looked at it. You are saying that I showered this much of love for you, but I have been in this place, Ephesus, for the last 2 hours. I have never come here. How can you be my wife? Luciana, shame on you, brother-in-law. Who is Luciana, children? Luciana is the sister of Andriana. She is the sister-in-law of Antipholus of Ephesus. Shame on you, brother-in-law. Why are you treating my sister like this? She sent Romeo to bring you home for lunch. Now she had sent Romeo to bring her for lunch. Antipholus of Syracuse. Dromio of Syracuse, me? So now these two gentlemen are really confused. Andriana. Yes, you told me that he had beaten you, and you told me that his house was not this, and I was not his wife. Antipholus of Syracuse. You talked to this woman? What kind of conspiracy have you hashed between the two? Now the confusion, the comedy is increasing even further. Antipholus of Syracuse. Dromio of Syracuse. I have never seen this woman before in my life. Antipholus of Syracuse. Liar! You told me those things were back there in the square. Dromio of Syracuse. I have never spoken to this lady in my life. Antipholus of Syracuse. Then how does she call us by our names? Is it magic? Andriana. How terrible that you are pretending with your servant to mock at me. Come, let's take your arm and use your strength to take you away from all that distracts you. Antipholus of Syracuse. She is talking to me. She is talking to me. What? Did I marry her in a dream? Or am I asleep now and imagining all this? Until I know more, I had better humor her. Luciana. Dromio, go tell the servants to prepare for lunch. Dromio of Syracuse. Oh, let me cross myself. There is surely witchcraft here. There is a fairy land. We talk with goblins, owls and sprites. If you don't listen to them, they will surely suck the life out of us, pinch us black and blue. So children, this was so funny because of the mistaken identity. She was thinking that it was her husband, but it was not her husband, it was somebody else only. And it was who? It was Antipholus of Syracuse who had come to Ephesus in search of his brother. So this was a comedy which happened due to the mistaken identity of the brothers. So I hope you enjoyed this story. Thank you for listening, children.